Horoscope for Pisces, Monday, 8 December 2025. Welcome to Cosmological. Did you get up with that feeling that something must change, but at the same time, you noticed how the atmosphere embraced you with an almost maternal softness? That duality is exactly the taste of the day. Saturn and Neptune, two planets that normally ask you for structure and dream without limits, are together in your astral chart, as if they were two brothers who share the same space, one with a clock in hand and the other with a sketchbook. Today, you have to find the balance between following a plan and letting yourself be surprised by the unforeseen. In the professional field, you may have felt an electrical energy in the air. That email you thought was going to be a technical mistake you sent in fear, or maybe that morning meeting sounded like a roller coaster. Exciting and terrifying. Here is the planet Mars, in square with Saturn, as if it were saying, "Come on, Pisces, you have to move fast, but without falling." The moon, in trine to Venus, allows you to shine with that grace that only you have. A real example. Imagine that in a talk with your boss, you mentioned a creative idea that you were afraid to put forward before. Suddenly, that idea is not only accepted, but is asked to develop it further. Why is this happening? Because Mercury, in a trine with Jupiter, is opening doors where previously there were walls. But don't forget, Saturn is still there, reminding you that patience is part of success. If you feel the pressure to make it perfect, take a deep breath. The moon also asks you to allow yourself a break between tasks, perhaps that coffee in the morning or a quick walk before the day. The moon in House 6 is talking to you about routines. That stretch you do in the morning, that herbal tea you take before you sleep, those moments of calm that help you balance the energy. Mars, although sometimes an overflowing energy, also needs you to guide it with intent. What if today you divide that list of tasks into small blocks? For example, if you have to organize a project, do it in parts. First the planning, then the execution. And if you feel that stress accumulates, remember that Saturn does not ask for perfection, but progress. A practical example. Imagine that you are working on a presentation and realize that it is not perfect, but it is functional. That's the time to send it, not because it's perfect, but because it's honest and well done. Today, emotionally, it's a day to shine with that soft light you have. Venus in House 10 helps you project your love into what you do. But we also need to talk about the challenges. Jupiter in House 5 invites you to be creative in your relationships. If there's someone you're having trouble connecting with, don't be afraid to make the first move. For example, if you feel that there is a distance with your partner, it can be the perfect day to invite you to an activity that you both enjoy, such as a meal with friends or a walk through nature. The moon, in opposition to Pluto, asks you to look at your relationships honestly. Sometimes conflicts are an opportunity to deepen, not to run away. And if you're single, Jupiter assures you that there's someone who might surprise you, perhaps in an unexpected place, like a work meeting or a cultural event. In the intellectual and spiritual realm, today is a day to dream awake. Mercury in House 9 invites you to expand your horizons. How about you spend a moment reading a book that excites you, or watching a documentary that makes you think differently? Neptune, with his mystical energy, will remind you that sometimes the answers come in unexpected moments, like in the shower or looking at a cloud. And if you feel a little confused, it's not bad at all. It's the universe playing with you to find your own truth. A practical example. Imagine that you are studying for an exam and suddenly an idea that has not worked out well before becomes clear. That's the time to take advantage of Jupiter's energy, which today gives you that push. And what do you do if you feel overwhelmed? Here comes the golden ritual. Mercury's trine with Jupiter is a powerful energy to organize. I propose you spend 10 minutes writing a list of goals for this week. It's not a must-do list, it's a can-do list. For example, if you want to improve your finances, write, "This week, I will look for 2 savings opportunities." If you want to improve your relationships, write, "This week, I'll call a friend I haven't seen in a while." Today's energy is like a beacon. It guides you, but you have to navigate. And to close, today, your talisman color is purple. It's not just any color. Purple, like sunset, symbolizes expansion, wisdom, and connection to the sublime. Take it in an accessory, in a glass of water, or just imagine it while breathing. Every time you see it, it will be a reminder that today you can accomplish more than you think, calmly and solely. Have a nice day, dear Pisces. Subscribe to Cosmological Lab so you don't miss the next video. Give it a like if it resonated with you, and let us know in the comments what you thought. See you in the next video.